Hey guys, welcome back to Blueprints, day 48. We haven't gone back in to look at our crates that we've been moving. Our allowance is up to 51, which is kind of crazy. Though I need about 250 to buy out the showroom, so still not quite enough. Though every time we get the treasure trove, we're increasing the number of coins that can be gathered from there. But today is a very special day, because today we find out why in the world the diary wanted us to have 2 copies of the antechamber. And by 2 copies, I mean 1 outside. There was a photo at the end of the diary in Lady Epson's room that led us to this moment. But why? Okay. The basement key. That's fine. We can open this door by going underground. We have extra steps today because we had the sauna. We can go to the underground and open up the last door. I have to get lucky to open up the other 2. But we can open up the chamber door. Or chamber, room 46 door. By going over to the sanctum. So, thank you very much. Let's go check it out. That's a pun. A bad one. I've been trying to get that stupid mechanarium. To get the last sanctum key that I think is in there. If I get all the way through that and it's just like an allowance token. Now granted, I love allowance tokens. Don't get me wrong. But if I go through all that work and that's not where the last key is, you might actually see a villain arc begin. I might actually go full villain. Like, not in a haha way. Like, ruthless rampage across the universe. Like, not Earth, not USA. Universe type way. Because the 6 attempts I've made to get into that mechanarium have really hurt me a lot. That's a bit ridiculous. If I pull a lever, does it open both? What'd this do? Okay. Also, in this room while we're here, I'm pretty sure that we have... Come on. No. No, not pizza. Flowers. I don't know about the weather in Araja, as far as I know. But I do know... this. Boom. Weather and transportation, I don't have the answers. But I know those 2 parts. Which, you know, the bottom one will change whenever I go through and fix the number of things and whatever the weather is. Transportation and weather. But we at least have a couple of things here. Now, I could sit here and brute force it. I just don't want to. And at the end of the day, if I have to, I will. But I don't think it's going to be so life-changing to get... what, 1 more allowance token and 1 more clue to the puzzle in room 46. Like, I want those things, sure. But I also think I can just find the answer. I think I can find at least hints to the answer. I pulled the lever. I did that. I once again don't have a magnifying glass down here. I do want to go through the map pieces with a magnifying glass. But can go see what, if anything, we've changed upstairs. Having the antechamber door to room 46 open. So, did I have a lot of extra steps today from the sauna? Yes. Have I used, abused, and used again them all? Yes, almost. But, it's a big juicy but. This was in the diary. Which has to mean it means more than the other rooms we've had out here. Chamber of Mirrors. I don't know how else to get the Mechanarium thing without the Chamber of Mirrors. I really don't. Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready is the throne? Oh. Steady is the scepter, deadly is the stone, heavy is the crown, ready is the throne. We could draft a throne room. We can get a blue crown or a paper crown from the exhibit or whatever it's called. Deadly is the stone and steady is the scepter. I kind of wish I had a magnifying glass for this part, but... Thanks, man. I appreciate that. A lot of repeated letters. Like maybe S-T-Y... Sty... You know, Sty Sepner. Dull on. I don't know that I'm... Hoof crow. No, hoof crow. I don't know what I'm trying to do. And I don't think I can do whatever I'm trying to do. I don't know what I'm trying to do, and I don't know what it would do if I did it. So close yet so far away. That's not what the other note said. Didn't the other note in the actual antechamber say, to go up, you must go down? Or to go forward, you must go back or something? I don't know. I don't think it said this. So we're looking for the library and we're trying to do the Mechanarium today. My only other thought about Mechanarium is this. If I can draft it where like 2 rooms are that don't have doors, or like, you know, against like, let's say there's a room here, all right, like just for ease of imagination. There's a room here and I place it here. Maybe I can block off 4 of the doors. And then if I have 2 mechanical rooms, it'll have to open some of these. Because there can't be doors that go to other rooms. I don't know if it will work like that. It's the only other method of drafting that I can think of that will get me around having to have 7 mechanical rooms, which don't even exist. There's 5. 5 there. And then this is the 6th one. Haven't I had 6 before? I have double drafted some of these rooms, right? Like I think I've at least gotten the utility room twice. Have I ever gotten a mechanical room twice? I've seen the utility closet twice, right? Like, now I'm starting to question my method at all. Is it possible? I don't know. My strategy is what I said just a second ago. I'm going to try my best to block it in somehow. Get as many of these rooms as I can. And then block off 2 of the sides and see if that does it. If it doesn't, I tried. It's better than going through every single day and trying the same strategy and just beating my head against the wall. Ugh. Not an ideal start. I can work my way back down from the foundation, I guess, if I can get a security room. That gets me an up. Gotta go up. After we go this way. Oh, although, I will say, I looked at this apparently already. Never mind. Compass. Love to see it. If the stones mean anything, it's beyond my measly human brain to figure out what. Observatory. Let's go bedroom. Want to keep a gem. Really hoping for another. There used to be gems on this hand all the time. And I've not seen one in quite a while. I mean, yay, but... Okay, I mean, I guess. 1 for 1 and 1 for all. Can I get a shovel or some shit to help me, please? Left or straight? I at least get a gem back by doing this. This is one of those runs where I'm not getting any... Hello? Am I intoxicated? What's happening to me? I don't think I am, but I do have this strawberry lemonade. It's a little watered down now because it's been sitting here for a while. Okay, well, I reconnected to the kitchen. Lab. I really need security. I could have done a redraw. I don't want to do a redraw. I can access security from here. What am I talking about? Come on, brain. Come on, wake up. Immediately remove a crate, gain a star, lower reservoir, apple. Updraft. Let's try an apple. Let's keep going with the crates. Let's log into security. We can change things. Okay, we haven't missed anything yet. High apple pie in the sky hopes. Okay. I always think this is an upgrade disc for like a tenth of a second. Always have to double check. Treasure trove keeps us moving, gives us some money. I'm broke, so we go dark room. Woo woo. Are you gonna go dark? Yeah. Alright, let's fall back. Can snag some food from here since we're here. Give me those 15. Give me those nanners. I'll save a few of them. Maybe we'll get a salt shaker. One time I feel like that worked the way I wanted it to. Do we go foundation now? I think we do. We need to get this filled out down here. Because otherwise, we need resources. I'm going to be hitting more key doors and everything else. And I feel like I've got a higher chance of getting resources on the lower spots. So let's go get to the foundation. 2 days of the blessing left. And I need some apples. Apple? Just take the utility closet when you see it. You can always work around it. You know? Is there a second basement key? Or will I get something else if I get back into this antechamber today? I don't know. Maybe there'll be nothing there. Maybe there'll be something else. I wouldn't mind getting a walk-in closet just in case. I know I can open this door. Show me something. Great. This is okay at best. But we'll take it. No, we won't. We'll take this. Alright, let's try going south. Couldn't take it because we had no gems, if you're curious. This gives us options. It's not the room that's the most useful, but it gives us options to keep moving around. And perhaps I can get that crown again, which I don't remember what the ability it gave me was. This, I want to curve left or go dead end, whatever. Yes, the chapel does those things I said. The den is beautiful there. Dead end of some kind? Get some rerolls. Yeah. Has this been here before? Has this been here ever since I changed it to a Geist room and I never noticed it because I just... Oh, but I just come in, grab the dice and leave. Oh, do I see any items? No. I just didn't see the giant death monster coming to get me! How have I gotten this far in this game with the ability I have of absolutely never seeing anything ever? Should I have investigated that more? Probably, but I didn't see any way to interact with it. So, I'm gonna move on with my life. Curve to the left, please. No. I don't want to waste a reroll here. Or do I? Kinda do. None of these go the way I want them to. There goes both my rerolls. Boiler room gives me that. But an observatory would give me a chance at more gems. Do I take the boiler room since it's a gift? Knowing that I have no gems. Let's do it. We could still get a parlor or something somewhere. I gotta take these rooms when they pop up, man. They just don't pop up enough for me. Curving to the right would be great. Or take the gems now and just... We accept the fact that we don't get the bottom right corner. That's fine. I still have to solve the puzzle to get the gems, which, you know, there's no guarantee that that happens anymore either. It used to be. 2 of the top statements are false. Only 1 bottom statement is false. The gems are in a box with a true top statement. The gems are in a box with a false bottom statement. 2 of the top statements are true. Only 1 bottom statement is true. Oh dear God. Okay. 2 of the top statements are true. 2 of the top statements are false. The gems are in a box with a true top statement. Okay. Only 1 bottom statement is true. Only 1 bottom statement is false. The gems are in a box with a false bottom statement. I don't know how to solve these anymore. These are beyond my logic puzzling my memory. I understood when it was 3 statements. Now that it's 6. Either 1 or 2. 2 top statements are true or 2 are false. That's always true. Only 1 bottom's true, only 1 bottom's false. One of those is obviously true, 1 is false. So how do I figure out where the gems are? This is the only one speaking to where the gems are. Let's assume this box is true. True top statement means that these are both false. They can't be. One of these top statements would also have to be true and false. So if this is true, then this has to be true. The top line, at least. Only 1 bottom statement is true. Means that this would be false. The gems are in a box with a true bottom statement and a true top statement. So they'd have to be here. False. False. True on the bottom. False. True. True on the top. Please be here. Hello, trophy. Logical trophy for winning 40 parlor games. It's not even worth it anymore. I needed this. I needed these gems. But I don't know what being alive means. I don't know what being alive means anymore. It came at a cost. The cost was too great. I spent so long wondering if I could solve all those puzzles that I didn't stop to think as to whether or not I should solve all those puzzles. Where is security? Can we get in? I forgot to lower the barrier. Let me waste more steps. We're sprinting to get this crown. Don't know if it's good. There's not a red room among the first 3 floor plans you draw while drafting. You may redraw floor plans. No red equals redraw. But I think I want commissary. Why do I want commissary? What item could that give me? Could give me keys for sale. Keys and gems for sale. Or not. But it can give me other useful stuff. Or this used to give me keys for sale. Gym's turned off, so this is okay. There's security. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are missing the pump room because we don't have a pool yet. I was thinking to myself, keys or rerolls could be useful here, so not bad. Let's go over to pantry and see if we can work our way around a little bit. We still do not have a shovel. I still can't dig at the holes in the dirt. Banana, because I need apples today. That's the way it goes. I'm going to avoid the Chamber of Mirrors, and I'm going to try doing this a different way, I think. Gift shop is okay here. I know I can use the crown to redraw, but I'm okay with this particular room here. I think I'll use a redraw here. Take a cloister? Yes, please. Oh. Open for some gems, but oh, we need keys. Closet could give us keys. Okay. Swan and a pawn. Oh, here's that shirt we bought. I've been keep meaning to look for this thing. There it is. It's right there. That is a shirt, and we bought that, and it's here. So yay. I don't mind aquarium here. Yeah, aquarium's fine. Oh, and it counts as a green room. So our luck is up. Whatever that means. Oh, lordy Lou. I don't really need items. I guess we'll take the study. We don't have a ton of gems, but, you know, it's better than this stupid bathroom. Walking out of this with 2 gems for the cost of 1, so again, not bad. No itches, those who care. Oh, yeah, this is just the... I just wonder what other secrets each of these rooms hold that we haven't figured out yet. Locksmith I might be willing to take here. This counts as a hallway. So another closet would be 3 items. Or observatory. Corridor keeps us moving. I think we take the hall, this. Okay. That sucks. Uh-oh. Don't be locked. Thank you. A key keeps us alive. Another crate gone. Wait, what? Oh. There's our pool. I think we take it. I don't see a reason not to. Dinner is served. Right there. I don't want to use a key. We do have a sledgehammer. Smash, smash. Keys, please. And gems out the ass. Probably painful, but worth it in the long run. For keys. Let's use our free redraw. Why are there books down here? Why are there books right here? Has this always been a thing? Why are there books? I just want so badly to have a mechanarium or something here. Let's do secret. Either redraw or secret passage. Mechanarium, but it doesn't have enough doors open, so I can't do it yet. I kind of want to draft here and then open the mechanarium like here or something. Keys? I want the pump room is what I'm really hoping to see. Let's go billiard. Gives me keys, gives me a way to go. I don't want to use all my rerolls on one thing. Lever. Three. 3 minus 1? $10 minus 3. No. 10 times 3 is 30. Minus 3 is 27. Times 1 is 27? Why am I starting on the outside? 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 10 is 19. 19 times 1. Okay, I did that wrong, apparently. Three minus 1 is 2. 3 times 3 is 9. Right? Why is this starting off yellow, though? I still start here. This would be 3. This is times 3. 9 plus 10 is 19 times 1. Unless it's saying I've got to go order of operations, but it's never... Oh! What does this being yellow do for me? This is multiply. This is 3 times 3 plus 10 times 1, or 19 times 1. Was it 19 wasn't the answer? I'll try again to make sure I'm not crazy. So what do I do being as it's yellow? It's 3 minus 1. Or am I doing this wrong? Is this actually 9 minus 3 and then 2? No, because the answer is 3. This is 3 minus 1 is 2. Unless this is, in fact, 9 minus 3. 6, and then we... I don't think so. I think this is 3, 1, 2. Three. Am I actually just doing something really stupid here? A third of 9 is 3. Then you multiply by 3, you get back to 9. You add 10, you get 19. You multiply by 1, you get 19. But 19's not correct. So what am I doing wrong? Purple's divide. Yellow is subtract, but subtract what? Is this negative 3? Because it's yellow, it's somehow negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. Negative 9 plus 10 is positive 1. Man, I'm doing it, but it doesn't mean I understand it. I do not have an archive room. This is the number of redraws I can do because of the gems from the study. This is the study. I want the library. I want this. I'm taking it. This mechanarium is breaking me, but not to the point where I'm just going to say no to the things I know I want. The History of Arindia. Ajera to Iraja by Caleb Manning. And you bet your ass we are pouring over this with photos and then magnifying glass. Now let's pour through a little bit. Forward. Arindia was once the name used to designate the realms of the eastern waters. Arindia was the... Okay. So the three nations on the right were Arindia. I think I might have that from another photo. I'm waiting on a response. Let me see. We've got the Arch Aries, Fen Aries, Iraja. India. India was once the name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters. Though the term is no longer employed in the halls of politics, or commonly known to the average citizen, its memory flickers in the hearts of those who hail from the lands it once encompassed, and many of the elder generations in hushed circles still refer to themselves as Arindians. Arch Aries, Fen Aries, Iraja are part of Arindia. Realms of the Eastern Waters. Those are the three on the east. In hushed circles, they refer to themselves as Arindians. We must not let the flame of our history dwindle into the obscurity of whispered conversations, nor permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon the name of our land. We must keep alive the embers of our past and preserve them for generations yet to come. Ajera. Most historians mark the beginning of the first era, often known as Ajera, by the ascension of the first king of Arindia, whose name, Oris, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he was crowned. Oris was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Okay. So Oris was the leader of Ajera. And this is all the three easternmost realms. So Ajera was all three, I think. Well, the first era of those three. The first era of Arindia was called Ajera. Okay. Nevertheless, we can deduce from the ledgers that Oris had but one aim: expansion. Territory spread forth from the heart of Oris. In the first century, the black banners of Arindia could be seen fluttering in every hamlet and hostelry. So Arindia black flags. I might have already marked that somewhere, but I'm going to mark it again. Along every thoroughfare from Oris all the way to the western banks, a new kingdom was born. Castle Arindia. It'd be kind of bold to hide something in this book, but that doesn't mean that they won't. The second era. It was the fourth king of Arindia who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares. 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift and called his new realm Orinda Aries, later changed to Fen Aries, after the angelic paragon of royalty, Orinda. Angelic paragon of royalty. Orindia. The exam question. This is the name. Orinda is going to be the name of the scepter and shield lady, right? That was the question on the quiz. I think I'm back in school again. Oh man, how far back? Orinda. So the letter that was missing was an I. Orindia. Orinda. That means I'm missing the name of the cooking paragon and angel, the chimney sweep, and the horse one. We have Draxus, Orinda, Mila, Dauja, Dauja, and Rinna. For whatever that's worth. Okay. To the youngest, he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Aries, the land of the northern storms. Okay. That is the crown symbol. And storms. Stormy weather is the lightning bolt. So, yellow and stormy. A wild and untamed expanse, which at the time was not as developed, but a good deal more vast than his eldest brother's lot. So we know it's yellow. We know it's stormy. Do I know anything else about it right now? I think it's tribal for some reason. Maybe because it says wild and untamed. But we'll see as this goes on. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted to the southern region of Araja, the mystical realm of the ancestors' land steeped in tradition, magic, and poetry of the old tongue. Okay. I am missing for that one. I've got purple. I've got poetic. I think I'm still missing transportation and weather. There's not a lot here about those two things. Third era. As the second era drew to a close, the three sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Let me hold on. Nothing marked in the margins or anything for these, right? Not yet. Surgery closed, the three sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their lands and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the sibling monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. The succeeding generations of their heirs continued that tradition, and the third era was defined by the construction of a vast network of railways that spanned the length and breadth of the land, linking the northern mountains of Arch Ares to the southern shores of Araja. Railways. But all three aren't railways, I don't believe. Further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation for a promise of a prosperous and bright future, a promise that would unfortunately, as my readers will soon find, not be kept. Huh? Third era equals railways. I mean, it's something. The fourth era. What is that symbol? The kingdom of Arinda Ares entered... As the kingdom of Arinda Ares entered the fourth era, a different kind of ruler took the reins of power. Desolates the third took over. This is what becomes Fen Ares, is the middle kingdom here, which at the time was this symbol. Now we know that it's turned into the Pentagon. King Desolates the Third was a king who listened to the voices of all of his subjects, from the most influential advisors to the humblest of citizens. He was a king who was often was seen among the people eating, drinking, and conversing, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well, who could scarce believe what they, as peasantry, would ever sup with the crown. Didn't this make him look really bad in the censored one? It's like, a king was often seen drinking, a sight that shocked not only the gentry, could scarce believe what they saw or something. I don't know. Okay. He was renowned as the king of the people, and it was therefore surprised no one when he made the decision to move the capital from the secluded mountains of Reddington to the public stage of Oris. So Reddington was the original capital. That we missed on the exam. Leaving the castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and the city welcomed their king with open arms and great fanfare, yet not all were swayed so easily. There were those that viewed the king's conduct to be unbecoming of his station and were wary how readily he could be persuaded by the tears and tales of the common folk. These dissenting voices planted the seeds of discontent which took root in the lawns and gardens of the nobles of Fen, or as I have been instructed to say, the grand city of Fen. Caleb being bold. Let's see. Morning Bay. I didn't see anything else. The Era of Ruin. After the passing of King Desolus III, the fourth era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died naturally in his old age and surrounded by his people in Oris, far away from the growing unrest among the western city of Fen. On the very next day, the 6th of October, the self-proclaimed Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a surprising number of supporters due to the fact that Desolus IV shared his father's good name but little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, the realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, were transformed into a battlefield as the cries of the innocent echoed throughout the city streets, stained in red. The brutality and pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them were the general of the Northern Regiment, who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalions, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together, they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arch Ares and Nuance to join their cause. So, Araja did not ally with them. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. The War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death, he had won. Oris had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place, red banners were hoisted in honor of the fallen Fen. The fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. Is that our mom's side? The Epsons? Where's the family tree? I have Lady Ashlyn and Lord William Epson. I don't go further than that to know for sure. But is it possible the Epsons are descendants? Because fleeing to the south, the note that our grandma had written to our mom, I think said something about your heritage to the south or something. That could be a coincidence, but it just clicked in my head. Forever exiled. The current era. Today, the realms inherited by the 3 Fen Ares, Arch Ares, and Araja once again stand united as allies. Though the distance between our peoples has grown, our connection to this land remains as strong as ever. The spruce and birch that span across our realms serve as a constant reminder that we all share a common past, and as those trees continue to grow, so are our hopes for a common future. A future where we are not defined by the colors of the banners we raise, but by that which connects us, a land which we call home. For this is, despite everything else, a land rich in history, a land of myth and wonder, a land sprung forth the greatest empire the world's ever seen, the land of our fathers, of our mothers, and of our children. This land is, after all that has happened, still Orindia. So there's no updates to these things. This is all the description I've gotten. So Arch Ares could still be tribal. And maybe it's railway transportation? Railway would be... three total lines. Otherwise, naval, maybe? I'm thinking maybe it's train. The Raja, I guess, could be 2. Southern region of Raja, mystical realm of the ancestors, land steeped in tradition, magic, and poetry. It doesn't say anything about how they traveled, other than railways. So maybe all 3 of these are railway. What do we know about the weather to the south? Eldest got Fen. The youngest got Arch Ares. Northern storms. Wild and untamed. I don't see anything about weather about it. Southern Shores. All right. Well, I didn't get as much out of that as I thought I would. There was definitely a lot of information there, both for the classroom test and some stuff about, obviously, the 3 continents on the east. I need to find... Let's see if I can get into that room, but that's going to take my last key, potentially. Silver key's fine there. Utility closet, workshop, toilet room, lab, security. I think only one door is blocked, so that still would not work here. Let's take the throne. I really need to get the, I could do a redraw. I need to get the stupid pump room. I don't know. I guess we can try the chamber of mirrors. I need to get more gems. And more gems and more keys. I had a shovel now. I made that up. That never happened, and I'm lying to you. Nope. Why did that open 2 doors this time? If I can get any keys in here. Man, if I can just draft... That's another way to get an extra mechanical room. I might regret it one day, but right now it helps me. Maybe. Can I get a key, please? I don't need more observatories. I've already drawn that room enough. There's a key. Okay, that's helpful. I still can't quite move around all the different directions I'd like to move. I can try getting there, I guess. Yeah. 2 directions, please. Yep. 1 free reroll. 1 not so free reroll. I guess we take the Nook. Pump room? And did I press this one too? Not. Huh. I think I need to get back over there to open the other 2 doors to make it a full loop. But once I do, I can kind of move around a bit more freely. So I just go ahead and backtrack now, use a key here, and then open that up. I don't know. We're over here. Let's see what we can do. Curve right, please. This. And pray I get a pump room, I guess. Man. I don't know why this is the one room I always want to go drawing room code on. Christmas, for some reason, is like the hardest one for me to remember, and I don't know why. Come on. Please. Give me all the reroll chances I can get for the very last room. There's 2 dead ends there, so maybe the Mechanarium would work there. We have 3 chances to reroll over there. That's all I've got. And cut to security. Go to the gym. Yeah. Gym, commissary, foundation, pantry. We have 4 shots at getting the Mechanarium here. Let's make sure there's no other gyms here. Oh, that didn't do it. Well, now I can get all the way around. There's no gems lying around. I've got footsteps. Am I missing any gems? We have a conference room, right? We do. There's a key card somewhere. I don't care about the key card. The fact that I overlooked the key card again is a bit worrisome for my own sake, but I don't need that. There are no gems lying around. We've kind of got what we've got. I smashed the things in the pool. Please show me the Mechanarium. Wish I still had a silver key. Best chance I'm gonna have. I can go check room 46. That leads to the library, so I can see what happens when we have an antechamber and the actual antechamber. Silver key, please. Please be the sanctum key. Oh. It's over. It's done! It's finally done. I never have to worry about drafting all these stupid rooms like this again, as long as I maintain my footsteps and go actually use the key properly. We got the sanctum key. We got the sanctum key! So now what are you gonna have? Nothing. I have shoes, right? Nice if they kicked in every once in a while. Straight down to pantry into foundation. Okay, I'm not gonna know what to draft for anymore. Like, my one goal is kind of done. Classrooms again, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what we're working on anymore. Finding answers to the sigils. We are working on that. God, this feels so good to go do. This key was the most annoying thing. And I think I probably had better luck than a lot of people. Because at least I figured out it was here. When it wasn't immediately in the other sanctum, I was like, what else has 8 doors? Look at this shit. Boom. Oh, please open the final door. Okay. Now, I know very little about these 3 places, I think. But maybe, just maybe, we have some stuff to work on here. So I want to see what Arindia was. Arindia was railroad. All of Arindia was railroad. That makes sense. It is foggy as a whole, which maybe means that foggy is one of the other 2, which would be Araja, I guess. Metropolitan, large city-state with a dense urban and populous center. And then black would be the dots. Okay. That makes sense. Now, Fen Ares is not a 3. It's changed to 4. 4. Roads, streets, carriages, the 4 rays look like crossroads on a map. Okay. So we have roads. We have foggy still. We have martial, which is a militaristic nation. And then we have red. Okay. So let's go here. This is Arch Ares, which I know is stormy. So let's get stormy. Stormy. Let's make it 3 of those. And then Arch Ares is what color? Is that yellow? Yellow. Yellow is the... this. No. Oh, do I have the right modes? If it is indeed tribal, that would be correct. Maybe they're not tribal anymore. Let me reread. At the time was not as developed. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything else here that really... Like, what else would they be? It was undeveloped. Granted, the transportation could be wrong. Maybe they're no longer railway. That's possible. But if they're no longer underdeveloped, What would they be doing now? I'm just rereading through the book to see if anything else is said about Arch Ares. Where does it mention them becoming... Siblings managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. Succeeding generations of theirs new tradition. The third era was defined by construction of a vast network of railways that spanned down facilitated travel and commerce, strengthened their bond. Arch Ares was one of the allies. Arch Ares and Nuance were allies. What else would make sense then? I don't think they became academic. It's possible. Very stormy. My next thought is if they're not, like, maybe they're industrial now because of, like, the whole railroad thing. Railroads spanning from north to south feel industrial, so maybe I try squares. I don't know. I'm a genius! I'm gonna take that win and act like I really earned it, when in fact I might have just lucked into that. Why does this do this? It means nothing. I've wanted nothing but the answer to why this is jutting out for forever. What in the world? Oh, I have the magnifying glass, so we can look at these notes even closer. Together we weather. Commemoration of the something storm and something power plant, the Contessa. Okay, I will read that in a second. Let's go get this out of the way. Arch Ares was the very first realm to introduce a new color to the traditional monochromatic tiles of the box. Given the number of ship routes and trade relationships between the two realms, this is not surprising. Fittingly, the variation itself was based on the brass the brass compasses manufactured in Arch Ares that were often traded to sailors in exchange for their valued Moragi puzzle boxes. Okay, when yellow tiles are pressed, they move north. Yeah, I've learned that. I have learned that. So maybe I need to do this. This. Yellow's what I want, right? Yeah. I don't know. Do I want... I've got to get... These two can go up there, so I need to get this one here. So I think I go like boom, 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 boom. Got it. That one wasn't too bad. That one was not too bad. Well, it certainly looks stormy. I'm not really a big yellow guy, but I'm not gonna lie, I think that looks cool. Renebaum Arch Ares. We arrived after a few days of sailing, and it made me realize how much more convenient it would have been. Is there a date on any of this stuff? Six. Whatever 6 means. Maybe this is the 6th stop? Or maybe this means nothing. Got my white charging cord. trying to get all this stuff in this photo. Okay. Many photo. Anyway, we were after a few days of sailing, and it made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Arch Aries is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business for Cinca. This time, however, I will avoid the familiar towns and factories and will instead trek along the northern coast, an area with which I am wholly unfamiliar. Mount Holly Estate in care of Mrs. Babbage, Reddington, Fen Aries, 63080. I don't know if I got a picture of just the card in general, so let's get one of the card in general. Okay. Well, we brute forced it a little bit, but it was an educated guess. Now then, you. What is your method of travel going to be? I have Uraja as southern, which is, yeah, you know, it's in the south. Uh-oh. My paperwork! Transportation, I also don't know. I figured I would stick with the railways because that's the only thing I've seen so far. The question becomes, what do I think the weather is? Our options. A lack of unusual or harsh weather. So I think I try plain first. Foggy, but we know foggy could also just be the central one. Wavy lines indicate extreme heat. I've not heard anything about it being hot. Rainy. Maybe. I've not heard anything about that either. I don't think it's stormy. I don't think it's snowy. Could be windy. Let's try 3 straight lines first. So that would be this. Three straight lines, and then what color are you? Purple? And purple is what? Oh, duh. I should know this because I just went through the whole spiel of telling you all about the plate in the clock tower. This. Boom? No. So what if the weather is something else? I don't think it's foggy. I will try this. Oh my god. Dude, 2 for 2. Okay. Okay. So weather we haven't used yet. Windy. Snowy. Heat. Windy, snowy, hot. We have not used yet. Granted, maybe some of them aren't used at all. I'm here thinking that they're all going to be used at least once. Maybe they're not. So it's rainy. Rainy, railroads, poetic, purple. Oh dear God. Puzzle blocks in Morajai spread to Uraja not through port towns and other realms, but train routes from the north. When violet tiles were introduced, they were created as a simple reflection of the variation first introduced by Arch Aries. Violet tiles are pressed, they move south. Okay. If they're already south, they've got nowhere to go. Yellow moves up. I want them to be purple. I don't remember what red does. Makes more red. That's not ideal. Okay. So I could try doing this. Though I think I need to get black up there too. If I can get this up here, then I guess I can move it south. That gets black up there. Now green is stuck in a rough spot. Unless I do this and this. And then I can do... I don't want this one going necessarily. I do want this. Like that, maybe. Now I gotta get this one. Which means I've got to somehow send black across again? That puts me in a weird spot. I can just keep kidnapping the one from over here, but I need this one to move up one or this one over one. So yellow solves some of my problems. Because then I can go... I'm just thinking whether I move this one down now or go down and move one over. I think I actually move down again and move like this. Then I go like this. If I move this down, then I'm still stuck. Like, I've got 3 right now. Kidnap this one. Do this. Now I can move this down. I'm gonna have to move this up again. I'm afraid to move this up 1. So I do this, and then I can send that. I can move this down, but then I'm back where I started. Okay. Can move this down at any time. I need to get one of these up. So I need to get this up. So I go boop. Done. Probably a faster way to do that. I did it eventually. Our allowance is now 55, which is a little insane. Something on these boxes, right? Usually you can kind of see where there's something to zoom in on, but not always. The periodic table was one that definitely didn't. Okay. Pretty. Iraja Are? Okay. I was a little disappointed there. Was there a number here? 4V17 331 Eratavo. I was a little disappointed that there has not been a drop of rain during my time here, as every Eurasian story I've ever heard has begun with rain. I suppose the anecdotes I make on this trip will have to do without that flavorful setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and ponds that dot the countryside make this place feel different than home. Lorja. Lore is word? Ja is what? Alright, time for some more translating. Everyone's favorite thing that I do, probably. Last. Last word. Last word loon. Last word water. What's Yenna? Word last Yenna. Last word loon, which is water. I don't know what Yenna is. What is Yenna? Mount Holly Estate and Caravan Babbage, Reddington Fenaries. QM DDO? No. Give me the magnifying glass. Don't screw with me. QMDDO. Q is house. Large house, DDO. Large house, Daddy-O. Is that what that means? Irajavo. Away from Irija, I guess. To some place that's not Irija. That's what that stamp I think says. Iraja RA. RA is future. Q Ven Nev Hugh. Old house. Household. Household, I don't know. Edda is, I believe, east. Ostes? Don't know that one. Yenna. Yen Na. I don't know what yen is. I don't know. My translating's not doing me a whole lot of good here. I have no idea on these. Not that I know of, anyway. We solved this one? I have some knowledge about this place, right? It's orange. It's called, like, Costa Rica or something? Part of Moravin. There's Moravin, which is Costa Rica, Morajai, and Vera. Actually, Morajai is the rainbow. They love their puzzles and things, right? Maybe I know about Morajai from the puzzle boxes? Oh, Lord have mercy. spiritual, maybe? Maybe the rainbow is spiritual? Do I know the color? Nope. My best bet is probably academic or spiritual for... I'm not even looking at the one I'm talking about. I'm thinking here is maybe academic or spiritual. I know nothing about their weather. Their transportation's probably got to be air or water, because I think they're kind of like off on their own. They're just like a little horseshoe. Which would be all things or 5 on the top would be my guess. I guess they could be turtleback, but is anybody in the world turtleback? My guess would be naval or... Let me look at the map I've got. Vera and Morajai are the two most likely to be naval or air, I feel like, just because they're so small and just in the water. It's a hell of a guess, though. I don't know. I don't have colors for any of them. Weather-wise, I don't know. I mean, we've done foggy, stormy, and rainy. It's in the north. Surrounded by water. Cold, is it hot? I don't know. The letter at the entrance hall. I have Vera written down. The letter at the entrance hall is about nuance. I take a picture of that stamp. The stamp was like blue, wasn't it? Does that matter? Arch Aries stamp was yellow. Arajah's stamp isn't really purple, so maybe that doesn't help me. Leave it to me to have not taken a picture of it, because I didn't. Nuance is the diamond. I don't know. I feel like I'm close on some of these, but not quite there. Well, there's Orinda right there. Scepter and crown. I don't know that I mean, this is kind of like more green than black, so that doesn't really match the flag of Orinda either. Morajai. Morajai puzzles featuring the infamous black symbol are among the rarest and most valuable collections to acquire. Black tiles are pressed, the entire row shifts to the right as if on train rails. Well, the box isn't even here, if there was a box here. In fog we are lost, in fire we are found. The grand realm of Fenares, which is red. Okay. Into the war there after the Grand Realm of Fenris was established, more Jai boxes realm were graced with red tiles in honor of General Teskin's victory. When these tiles are pressed, black tiles will turn red, white tiles in the box turn black. Struggling reinforcements, dwindling Desolate's army. Eight realms in 8 months. Objective was simple enough, but in what order? What route and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore as planning has never been my strong suit. While in this true spirited adventure, I have started forsaking both map and plan as it happens. The road has taken me south. Ready to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the old kingdom. Okay. So the route is going to go Ben Aries, where we start. If you go south first, that's Araja. A landmark as black in realm as it is in name. Well, that's not necessarily Araja. The road has taken me south. Begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the old kingdom. A landmark as black in realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. Actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. Suppose I should put forth the extra effort and put in the mail. This seems most past trips. I just went up here and get into another. Probably from the desk it could be. But those remind me that many friends made and lessons learned along the way. And as I look back on truth, shines brighter than the others. Air travel's much better than sea travel. So air and sea are used for whatever value that is. So we start, we end here, and I think we go south first. So I think it's 1 Fenris, 2 Araja, 8 Fenris. So does this give me any more insight? We arrived here after a few days of sailing. Made me realize how much more convenient it would be if the old days railway tracks went all the way north. So does this mean he went to Arch Aries after Araja? Arch is a destination with which I am acquainted. I'm traveling countless times of business, and I've avoided familiar towns and factories instead along the northern coast area to which I'm wholly unfamiliar. So 3 is Arch? I don't know. I wish I could tell if this is a date or what this is. Or is this stop 6? Because it has a 6 on it. I don't know. Do any of these have dates on them? On the stamps, I mean. $14,12112L. Where do you start? Is it December 11th? Is it the 14th of December? You know, year 112L? This is where we started, so this should be the oldest one. 14,12112L. This is the same. This is not a date, because this is the exact same as the last one. Blackbridge Hotel and Spa. Was I doing something else today? I am going to have to, unfortunately, hurry and wrap up soon. I did not realize how late I'd been going. Royal Museum of the Grand City of Fynn. Like, it'd be too easy if this is the exact order they went in, right? Like, I'd just be like, oh, that's the order I should put on the thing. I think we went here first and here. It's like we started here. We went south. Then maybe we went north? Or maybe we sailed from somewhere else. It's hard to say. Wishing that the railroads were still intact makes me feel like he went, or maybe he went back home first. Maybe I'm assuming Fenarius is last because he didn't. I don't know. Unless this tells me where we're going next. I don't know. I thought these were going to be the answers to the Room 46 puzzle, but like, as of right now, I don't know. Maybe I have all that I need to figure this out. Maybe I'm still missing a bunch. I really don't know. I feel like I'm still missing a bunch. Where else could I get knowledge that's not one of the classrooms of the library? Maybe the library, some of the library books still have something for me. I really thought, there's not like a history of Moravian. Not that I've seen anyway. Well, we've got 4 of them solved. I mean, that's something. I kind of fudged through these 2 a little bit. A bit of logic and a lot of luck. We have all the sanctum doors open now. I mean, this feels like a huge accomplishment in and of itself, just having the doors open. I'm proud of me and me, for getting these all open. That feels good. But trying to figure out where to go from here. Removing the crates, you know, I gotta keep removing those crates. I need to figure out the castle puzzle. Castle puzzle, crates. I had a whole list of things before that I was trying to figure out. See if I can find it. More names for the Blackbridge computer. Alright. Future. Microchips. Check. Basement brick wall. Check. Boarded up door. Check. Reservoir boxes. Check. Sanctum. Check. 3 missing safes. We've got 7. I'm gonna put a check. I think we saw something. One of the Alzaras had said that we would only find. It was like, and just like the red letters, or just like the paintings on the wall, there's a letter missing, which means that we won't find the 8th one, or the 8th one is, I don't know. Vault keys, check. Gift shop, done. Workshop, we figured out the items. We've done the foyer to Grand Hall. It's useful. We've done it. We did Her Ladyship's chamber. Morning Star, I still don't fully know if it does anything other than just open boxes that we've already been able to open. I don't think I've opened up the fountain. Oh, okay, so let me write a to-do list here. I'm going to need another notepad. I've got like 8 pages left here, and then I'm out of paper. So, to do. We have coat check plus archive, file cabinet. We have solve for sanctum, solve room 46 map, crates, castle, Blackbridge. We have the Odd name. Unusual access code. Library books. And then we have the, hold on. Note from outside antechamber. Oh, retake school exam. Which means I have to figure out the stupid math stuff. Ooh, wait, we have the magnifying glass. I want to look at those maps real quick. The map fragments down here. There is a whole map there. Buried floor plan. Buried floor plan. Do I have a shovel? Of course I don't have a shovel. Where the hell is there a buried floor plan? Where is 10 at? Buried floor plan. 10. Right here. Okay. So we need a shovel. And I think I know where that is. Buried floor plan in the underground. Wish I could see a map. So I'm thinking where that is. Can I get there from here? Yeah, it's in here. I'm thinking that that is right over here? Like right here-ish? Somewhere right along this wall is where I think that is. Okay. What room do I want to call it a day in? We have one more day of this. I might as well use it, right? Gems to redraw floor plans. An extra commissary. An extra dining room. What an extra library. Could just get some free items. Oh man, imagine having an attic. Oh my god, having an attic. 8 free items to start the day? No, you would still have to draft it, which would cost gems. Did I axe the cost of my attic? I hope I did. That was a very expensive room. Oh, it's only 3. That was more than that. It's still expensive. Not as bad as I thought. Trophy room would be a great one to have. What if I put the throne room out there? We have a throne room, right? No, I don't. I lied to you. Walk-in closet, just get 4 free items? Sure. I don't know. I'm running late, so. It's fine. let's go there. Walk in. Free 4 items. Because why not? I mean, other rooms maybe make more sense, but like, I don't know. An early lab might be a good idea. This room having Draxus in it is kind of not my favorite. If I had the one that spawned more green rooms, maybe I'd go that route. I don't know. I don't know what I need to draft now. It's kind of like library, and I need to observe every room again, I suppose. We're going to call it in here. We got like 1 crate today. Yeah, literally 1 crate today. Woo! Thank you guys so much for watching. I've got my to-do list written out. We got the last Sanctum key. I still don't know the castle puzzle. I've got stuff. What does 109 mean? What does 109 add 6 mean? What does Tor Lore Door mean, or whatever the hell the end of it was? Tor Lore Et or something? CIX ADD SIX TOR LOR ETT 109 add 6 Tor Word East. I need to learn more about the other places that aren't Orindia. Stay tuned for the next one, y'all. Enjoy our garden shopping center. I need a shovel. Did I put shovel? Buried floor plan underground. I need a shovel. I need to go down and dig. Maybe there's another floor plan there that we don't have yet. I'm guessing that's what that means. Hidden buried floor plan, right? Until next time. See you guys.